Hi guys, today I would like to give you a little bit of walk around of the Fox L16 loader that we're selling here. Quite a few people have asked me about them. They've seen them around town pushing snow and shoveling snow, and with this video hopefully I can answer most of these questions. Right now we have a 8 feet snow pusher attached to it, which I think is just the perfect size for this particular loader. It comes standard with hydraulic quick attach, which is the skid steer quick attach. You also have the option of connecting a grapple or a snowblower. There's a second set of auxiliary ports. Right now the tire size is a 2570-16 rim tire. You can upgrade those to 20-inch. It's got a nice light bar up front and also in the back, which is really nice when you snow push in the middle of the night. You also have lights here and blinkers. You have your hydraulic tank on this side. There's also a winter front that comes with the loader, which covers the engine nicely and keeps it warm during the winter time. The battery you're going to be able to find in here. There's the other light bar I was talking about. The fuel tank is on this side. You also have a gauge here for the hydraulic as well as for the diesel. And you also have a gauge obviously on the inside on the dash there. Coming back to the engine bay here, you open the hood simply by pulling it upwards. This is the engine here. It's a 2.8 liter turbo diesel Cummins engine, which does about 74 horsepower, which is just under the 75 horsepower limit. Over 75 horsepower, this engine would require DPF. This one does not have DPF. It's got an EGR, which is on this side here, and that's about it. You have your alternator here. You have your AC pump. It's got air conditioning. That's right over here. The starter is right over here. The engine comes with 2-year global warranty. So anywhere where you are, if there's a Cummins accredited engine shop, they can repair these engine. This is the other side. This is your air filter right over here. This is your fuel pump or fuel filter. If you do run out of fuel for whatever reason, it's got a very simple process here. It's the pump. You unscrew it and pull it out and pump it a couple times until it becomes stiff, and then you're good to go to start the engine again. It's as well got a block heater right over here, and we got it connected right over here. So we had temperatures minus 18, minus 19 the other day, and we had it plugged in and it worked, and it started right away, no issues. This particular engine is a 4-cylinder engine, which keeps the engine nice and warm during the winter time. There's also the Kohler engine, which is a 3-cylinder engine, and we had much more success with the 4-cylinder Cummins engine. It produces about 221 foot-pounds of torque. The machine weighs about 9,500 pounds, and the overall height is about 9 feet, all the way to the light bar there on top. The dumping height is about 10 feet. The width of the machine is about 6 feet. When you come to the driver's side door, you can open the door, and it's got a little click right there, which you can undo by this handle right here. That's how the inside looks. Right over here you have your handbrake. You got your kill switch on this side right here. This is for the AC. If you turn this on, it turns on the AC compressor. If you turn it off, it turns on just the air. And then this is for the air regulator for the feet, right over here for the bottom. You got a handle right here to adjust your seat. Over here you got a handle to adjust your steering wheel, so it goes down or up. Over here you got your low range and high range, and the neutral, of course. Here we are inside the loader. Coming down here you have 3 switches. This one does nothing, it's not connected. If you wanted to add for some reason another light or whatever to it, you could hook it up to this switch right here. These are your lights. This is your windshield wiper. You got a low and a high range. These are your 4-ways. Obviously your horn. On this side here you have a regulator for the vents over here. Over here you have a fan, which has 2 stages, a low and a high. Coming to this side here, you have the joystick. Obviously it's a very simple joystick. It's just like any other loader. Up, down, right, left does the bucket. And this is your forward, reverse, and each gear, a low range and high range, has 2 gears. So in total it has, so to speak, 4 gears. So when you start driving, you're in first gear, and then you press this button, and then it switches to the second gear, which you will also see on the dash here when you shift it to the second gear or the first gear. On this side you got the quick attach, down or up. On this side you have the second port of auxiliary. For example, if you want to hook up a snowblower or a grappler of some sort, this would be for that. You got more light switches here in the bottom. This one is the heater. When you turn it on, the heater will kick in and will throw warm air inside the cab here. Windshield wiper for the back, more lights. This is your key, cigarette port, or we use it for the phones. You have a small fire extinguisher here, and then you got the radio on top of here. So when you first turn the engine on or the ignition, you let it cycle through, and then the glow plug there on top comes on. Wait till it disappears. Now the engine is ready to be started. Just to go over the dash here a little bit, all the way on the right side there, you'll see the transmission temperature right over here. Next to it on the left, you'll see the engine temperature. Up there on the top right corner, you'll see the flow rate of the auxiliary ports, hydraulic. Obviously your RPM. Then you have your transmission flow rate. Top left corner, you'll see the bolts for the battery. So if you ever have an issue, for example, with the alternator down the road or something, you will see it on top of there. If it drops below 12 volts, you'll know you'll have an issue. And then on the left side there, you'll have your fuel gauge. Coming back up here, you have the backup camera, which automatically turns on as soon as you turn the reverse on, which is a really nice camera as well. It's high definition. You have your speakers up there, a little sunroof. It's got a protection on top. Another speaker here. All the fuses that you might encounter are right in here, so if there's anything that ever burns out, a light bar or a light or something, or moisture gets into a light, fuse burns, you'll have them right here. Coming back to the other side here, you have another door that you can open, which gives you access to the valve body in here. You unscrew these screws here, you have the valve body for the joystick. So overall, it's a very simple machine. It's, for example, if something goes wrong with the hydraulics, or the loader's not moving, the bucket is not moving, it could be three things. It could be this, it could be the valve body, or it could be the hydraulic pump. The hydraulic pump, you would see it on the dash over there. If it would give you a flow rate, then it could not be the hydraulic pump, then it would be somewhere in here, or the joystick. So there's no modules in between that might be an electrical issue or something like that. The entire machine comes with a 1-year parts warranty. Keep in mind that's a parts warranty, so if something were to break, you send pictures and we sent you a new part, you would have to put it in yourself. It's got grease pins on every major bushing. Right over here. You got another one right over here. It's the nicest snow pusher that we've had by far. Very well made, quality stuff. It's got a back drag here. You can set the snow pusher just like any other snow pusher kind of width. You have the adjustments here for the bottom. We had a very similar loader here, also with the Cummins engine, which had about 350 hours on it, and you hadn't had a single problem with it. So I think if you're looking to get into a loader, or you're looking to do a little snow pushing, or whatever your needs may be, it would be a very affordable option for you to consider. We also have these loaders in a 2-ton loader, and then we have them in 2.5 telescopic version as well. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to reach out. If you'd like to demo one, feel free to come by. We're located here in Winkler, Manitoba. We have snow up front if you decide to use the snow pusher, and test it out first to see if that's something that might help you wherever you are or whatever you're doing at the time. There's many attachments that come with it. Like mentioned earlier, it comes with a standard fork attachment, and then as well with a 1-yard bucket, which has removable teeth. There's many other attachments that you can get for it. You can get a bale picker, snow blower, snow pusher, snow blade, different sizes and blades, 1.8 meters, 2.4 meters. We have tried this 8-foot pusher on our machine here that we use for our personal needs, and I think, depending on the snow that you have, I think this is the perfect size to go with. That's the Fox L16 loader. Has 1-year parts warranty, and then as well as the engine has 2 years global warranty. So wherever you are, like I mentioned before, you're going to be able to get it fixed and be on your way. Either way, if there's issues, and we can help you out in any way, send new parts. Most of the parts we have in stock here. Some of the parts that might not break that often, we have to ship from overseas, and it takes about 5 to 6 days to arrive here. Another thing that I forgot to mention is in high gear on the second gear. So if you have this in high and then the shifter in second gear, you're going to be driving down the road at 30 kilometers an hour, which is not bad for one of these small loaders. On the other side here, there's also a little for the second battery. Hope that answers all your questions. If you have any more questions, let me know. We are located down here in Winkler, Manitoba, Prairie Equipment Sales and Rental. We'd love to answer all your questions here about the loader, and looking forward and meeting you. Thank you.